Well, you know what today is, Emily? It's officially the first full day of spring. Spring started yesterday. It's Classic Hit Country 103.9, The Maverick.
I am ready for spring. Are you ready for spring?
Well, you better be because it's here. Yeah, I guess. Where does spring fall on your list of favorite seasons? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4?
That's a hard question. Okay, so fall is my fave. Probably 3 because I think fall, summer, spring.
Winter comes in last?
Yeah, but come on.
Come on now.
You.
All winter long, I was like, oh, I hate winter. You're like, you have to be positive and love it like I do.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's just
I hate it.
My 4th favorite.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's my 4th favorite too because I hate it.
I wasn't lying.
Spring comes in at number.
Use that word.
Yeah, spring comes in at number 3 for me as well. I'm a summer fan first, followed by fall. Spring is all right. The only thing I don't like about spring is like I get so excited because you get what we've had. These like 75, 80 degree days, and then it's like, oh, nope.
Still snow.
Nope.
Somehow.
little snow thrown in for good measure. Everybody gets sick.
April showers? You mean an April snowstorm?
Yeah, right.
What?
Do you think we're officially done with snow for 2025, or do we have more coming?
I want to say we have one more coming.
Like a big one?
I don't know why. No, I just like a snow. I don't know.
Like an inch or two.
I would say like a snow, like not storm, but where people can't drive, but they can't do that when it's just flurries. So
I can't do that when the road's dry.
I know that's true. So yeah, why? One more I feel like is coming. Why? Do you know something I don't know, Mr. Weatherman?
No, I was just seeing what your gut told you.
Okay. Well, my gut is a manifester.
I was going to say, do me a favor, manifest me up some 80 and sunshine.
Okay, I will work on that.
And some Kenny Chesney.
I can do that.
That we have control over.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Emily has been laughing at me all week because I've been so geeked out over the fact that it is Severe Weather Awareness Week because I'm a weather nerd.
I'm not like laughing at you.
You're laughing with me.
Yes, because you're so excited.
I am. I love weather and severe weather. Have you seen the reels and TikToks and stuff of the dads watching storms? Or do those just get served up to me because of my algorithm?
They just get served to you, but I can only imagine how they go because every man, my husband does it too.
Storms
he loves
start
watching
rolling in?
weather. Yeah. He loves watching. Honestly, though, that was one of my favorite memories as a kid was like sitting in the garage watching the storms with my dad.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Like just watching it roll through and the weather and the power of it and everything.
And not being in it, yes.
Yes, exactly. So I figured I'd share this. We've been sharing severe weather awareness tips all week because I am a weather nerd and a weather geek and I get into all this kind of stuff. And the last thing I figured I'd share today was that experts say, as we're into severe weather season, that you need to know the difference. We talked about this earlier this week between watches and warnings. Have a weather radio in your house and know a weather radio that is going to give you the watches and warnings when they hit. Have your kit put together so if you need to go to a safe place in your home, you've got some supplies there, flashlights, batteries, radio, that sort of thing, some water. The last thing they say is to have a plan, like talk about this with your family. That includes discussing the types of hazard that can affect you. If you live in a floodplain, hey, we could flood, and if we do, where do we go? What do we do? How do we protect ourselves? What do we do if there's a tornado? Like, have you ever discussed that? If a tornado is coming at your house, where are you going?
Basement, the only place.
Where in the basement, though? Do you know?
Literally, probably with the concrete, right? Wouldn't that be the safest place?
Yeah, but like I think to myself, okay.
In the back room with the concrete, probably.
The safest place you can be in any home if you don't have a basement is in a small interior room, a closet or a small bathroom. As many walls between you and the outside if there's a tornado. But in our basement, like our laundry room is concrete on 3 sides and it's real small and it's reinforced and all that kind of stuff. So it's a perfect place for us to go in a tornado, which we did last year.
And I can only picture all of you in there with Chesney. Must have been a fun, tight space.
It was a good time. We enjoyed it.
So I have to know, you did such a great job with this weather awareness tips and everything this week. I'm wondering if you would be Phil Kelly approved.
I don't know. Call him.
I will.
I'll call him. I'll be like, Phil, am I Phil Kelly approved? He'd be like, well, what are you talking about, weirdo?
No, he listens. Don't say weirdo. Why do you keep using that word? Use it for the good, not the bad.
All right,
Okay.
Phil, call me if I'm approved, I guess. Kirsch and Emily, Classic Hit Country 103.9, The Maverick, as we head into your Friday and almost into the weekend, and a very spring-like weekend coming up, Emily. Got any plans?
I do, I think. Yes, I do. I forgot. We're going to a Burn the Snowman party. It's like a bonfire to welcome spring.
Whoa, back up. Say the words you just said again. What is this?
It's Burn the Snowman. I think it's called that. Oh my gosh, I need to check.
It sounds like a weird ritual.
It's like a bonfire. I know, it kind of does sound like I'm going to like the cults or something. Maybe I am, and I don't know about it. I don't know. Isn't that the whole point of cults? You don't really know until you get there. But
Monday, you're going to come in with weird face paint and jewelry.
It's to welcome spring. It's at a friend's house. They're doing a whole bonfire. I'm actually excited because I love their house, but I don't really know what to expect. Why are you judging me right now? Do you want to come?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to figure out how you burn a snowman because he would melt and turn into water and put the fire out.
I am going to figure this out. Hold on. Okay. Big bonfire. Burn the snowman. That's what it's called. Yes. I guess it's some party to welcome the spring equinox.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, I can't wait to see the photos from this on Monday.
You can come.
I'm working Monday, and then I decided to take the back half of next week off, and I'm looking so forward to that just to kind of get some rest and relaxation. So it's going to be you and John Boy for most of next week. Are you prepared for that?
I am. Why would I not be?
I don't know. Just seeing if you are. What's going on around Columbus this weekend? There's a lot.
The Aladdin Shrine Circus is going on around hurrrr, as you say.
Around hurrrr.
Around hurrrr. It's at the Celeste Center, which is all kinds of fun. I haven't been to a circus in forever. That's what I'm trying to think about.
Clowns and treats and all that kind of stuff at the Aladdin Shrine Circus.
I just can't remember the last time I've been to a circus. Two great comedians are here, Jerry Seinfeld and Jim Gaffigan.
Together on the same stage.
Together, yes. And okay, I didn't know this, by the way. My husband informed me. They're clean comics. I knew Gaffigan was. Had no idea Jerry Seinfeld was a clean comic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
They're at Nationwide Arena.
Yep, they are. The MLS match, Crew versus New York City, is going on at lower.com field tomorrow. Right? Yeah, the 22nd tomorrow. Yes. Yep. I don't know my days anymore, Kirsch, okay?
Neither do I. I lose track all the time.
The Columbus Fury versus the Atlanta Vibe. Oh, I like the names. Is going on at 1 o'clock at Nationwide on Sunday.
If you haven't been to a Fury game, please go. It's Columbus's professional women's volleyball team that Emily hasn't gone to a match yet.
I'm going to our next company one. You're going to come with me. Yes.
Okay. We talk about this every Tuesday morning when we used to do the Friday Florida Report. We opened it up to the rest of the country and kept finding that Florida stories worked their way in, but not today, Emily.
I am so happy. Okay, let's go. Let me hear it.
Okay, so this is people behaving badly, and this story is close to home. It's out of Indiana. So a grown man in Indiana is a bit embarrassed after state troopers arrested him this week for driving a toy car while under the influence. According to this report, 51-year-old John McKee was pulled over by Indiana State Police while driving a Power Wheels down the street at 9 p.m. last week. Yes, that kind of Power Wheels, the type you may have had when you were 5, like the Did you ever have one of those, the Barbie Jeep or anything?
It was great.
I know, those things were great. So this guy, 51 years old, was driving a Power Wheels down the street. The trooper saw the man driving in the road with no lights or reflectors, making the vehicle not legal for the road. So the trooper stopped him and noticed he was showing signs of impairment. The trooper then gave McKee a series of field sobriety tests, which he failed. Blood tests at the local hospital determined that McKee was, in fact, under the influence and also under the influence of meth and marijuana.
Oh, okay. How did he not break the car?
That's what he must be a small dude.
Because wow. Okay. And does he have kids? Is that his kid's car? I need to know where he got the car.
That's a good question. And was it
did he steal it from a neighbor? I mean, is a poor little kid going to wake up and want to go riding and then go, oh, just kidding. Can't.
I guess people will do what they have to do. This kind of goes along with something I saw earlier this week that I think I texted you a picture of, didn't I? The guy with the tractor? Did I not text you that, or did I?
Maybe you didn't. I feel like I would remember that.
So I was in, there's a big town up sort of near Worcester. It's called Dalton, Ohio. And I was in Dalton getting gas last weekend. And there was a guy who pulled in on his lawn tractor with a trailer that he was towing with his dog in the trailer. And I was like, I think this guy's probably not got a driver's license and he's driving his lawn tractor around.
No, Brett Michaels.
Did I not text that to you?
Nope, you sure didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, it's a guy with his lawn tractor. See him?
Thanks, Kirsch.
Driving into the... Well, I figured you wouldn't be entertained by this. I sent it to John Boy, and he thought it was wonderful. Look, it's a dude on his... Look, right there. Dude on his lawn tractor.
Yeah, I did not get that. That is funny. You're right. He should probably... Yeah, there's something there.
That's better than a Power Wheels, though. I wonder what the weight limit is on that. And I want to know if it was a Barbie Jeep or what kind of Power Wheels it was. Because
why are they leaving out the good details?
All right, there you go. There's your people behaving badly for this Friday morning. Kirsch and Emily, Classic Hit Country 103.9 The Maverick. Friday morning, let's talk about spring break. A lot of folks are already doing spring break or planning a spring break trip or something like that. Did you ever go on a spring break? Did you have any good stories or anything like that, Emily?
Are you ready for them?
I'm ready for all of them.
I had a wild time going to Walt Disney World for spring break as a child, and Myrtle Beach and Hilton Head. So
is that it?
It was wild. Yeah, no, pretty much. Those are the three places we frequented. I always got hermit crabs on spring break.
All right.
Yeah, I loved those things.
So you don't have any like wild spring break in your early 20s kind of stories or anything like that?
No, because I was working. So I just, but
so
I don't know.
But I have one.
I don't know about you. I got wild at Walt Disney World.
There was a spring break when I was in college that I ended up at Walt Disney World, and we're going to talk about that because this is a spring break gone really, really wild. So you had like mild, easy spring breaks?
Yeah, mine were very mild, yes. Do you ever think like spring break, I just want to go, woohoo! Spring break, woohoo! Woo! Like every time. It just, because do you not picture that? Like you probably picture Miami, Florida, and people going, woo, spring break!
I did spring break in Miami one time, and that's exactly what it was. Actually, I'll tell you this. So Miami, during spring break, especially, is some of the greatest people watching you'll ever see in your life.
Oh, I 1,000% believe that.
You can sit at the Clevelander in Miami, where ESPN has all their stuff set up. And I don't know if have you ever been to Miami, like South Beach?
Not Miami specifically. What's the one by there? Like literally right next to it. Port something. Port. I'm going to figure this out. Hold on.
Trying to think what's right by Miami. I mean, I know a bunch of the suburbs, and you've got Florida City. You've got Key West if you go really far south out of Miami. Fort Lauderdale's north of Miami.
Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale. Okay, that's a different city.
Yeah. So not Miami specifically.
Miami's totally different from Lottie.
From Lottie, Fort Lottie. I had a great time at Fort Lottie.
Well, wait, when did you go there? It wasn't spring break?
No, it was my birthday trip for 30, when I turned 30.
Oh, dirty 30 in Lottie.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's such a fun saying. Where were you at that time?
I don't know. You didn't invite me. See, you should take me places.
I try. You say no a lot.
Yeah, I do. But somebody
did invited you over to the burning snowman party, and you were like, oh, no.
Somebody did just tell me that usually they're like, when you show up places, you show up and you just have a good time. And I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yes. And Kirsch, that's why I'm saying next year for Country Radio Seminar, I told you I want you to go because I kept thinking, if Kirsch was here, things would be so different.
I show up and I bring the party. Okay, so I got to tell you about my spring break story. It was a wild, crazy, horrible experience.
Did you?
It involved Fort Lauderdale.
My husband drove to Miami for one of his spring breaks, and I was like, that sounds horrible.
Today is the first official full day of spring. It's Classic Hit Country 103.9 The Maverick. Emily, we're talking about our wildest or weirdest or worst spring break stories. Are you ready for mine?
I am, because it's probably way more entertaining than mine.
You're like, we went to Myrtle Beach when I was a kid. It was a fun time. So mine is out of college. Oh, boy.
Of course it is.
So I have to take it back to this. I was sitting, my roommate, Matt, we had a 2-bedroom apartment. I was sitting out in the living room the one day, and all of a sudden he came out. He's like, dude, I just won a cruise. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I just got a phone call from my credit card company saying that I won a cruise. He's like, do you want to go on a cruise for spring break? And I said, sure, let's go on a cruise for spring break. That sounds great.
It's a real cruise.
Well, turns out, I don't know what credit card it was, but We each had to pay something like, I don't know, $1,000. And we put it on credit cards because we were stupid college students who didn't understand money at that point. Man. So we booked this cruise. It was a 3-day cruise to the Bahamas, 3 days in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and 3 days at Disney World for $1,000. So as we get closer to the trip, they start calling us and saying, hey, you know what? You are booked on this boat called the Island Majesty. But for another $800, we can upgrade you to our better boat where there's going to be young women that you'd be interested in and more fun and all this different kind of stuff. So $800 you can upgrade from the Island Majesty to the Ocean Breeze.
I'm very worried about your life right now.
So we both paid $800 to upgrade to the Ocean Breeze. So we get down to Florida and we get on the Ocean Breeze. We come up to this boat and I'm like, there it is. Okay. It was really a junky cruise boat. It's since been scrapped, I read.
Isn't it crazy the things you'll do when you're younger and don't think things through?
I know. Well, listen to this. So we get to the boat. It's the Ocean Breeze. We're looking at it. Okay, here we go. We get on. We're the youngest people on this cruise by about 50 years. We're both 21 at this point, 22, right? Everybody on this cruise is 70, 80 or so. We cruised to the Bahamas and we got off the other side of the boat, went to Nassau, did our thing, all that kind of stuff, had some fun. When we got back on the boat, the other side of the boat said Island Majesty. So we had paid to upgrade to the same boat. It just had a different name on the other side.
Wow, did they pull off a scam for you?
Can you believe it?
Wow. But what's important is you have a great story to tell and you lived through it.
The good news is, the good thing that came out of this is that Matt, when we were in Fort Lauderdale, we were walking down the street right there on Ocean Boulevard or whatever it's called in Fort Lauderdale, the one with the big pretty white wall and everything against the beach. And when we were walking down the street, there were girls, a group of girls over across the street who started calling my name. And I'm like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me in my life on spring break. A bunch of girls. Turns out it was a girl that I knew with a bunch of her friends, and Matt met his wife right there. So,
see, everything happens for a reason. And again, you survived the sketchy cruise.
It was so sketchy. They gave us a tour of the cruise. They're like, here's the library. Here's the casino. And the casino was a slot machine. It was so bad.
Just one, you had to wait in line, right?
Yeah, exactly. You had to wait in line, but it was the same boat, and we paid $800 more to get on it. Careful on your spring break, kids. Classic Hit Country 103.9 The Maverick with Kirsch and Emily. It is time for you to experience the story that I sent you in this link that I want you to open up and I want your honest reaction to the story that I sent you. As you open this on air, just read what I sent you.
Lake Ohio, question mark. Vivek, is that how you say it? Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy pitches new name for Great Lake on campaign trail.
So
I mean, I don't hate the name Lake Ohio, but doesn't Lake Erie go multiple state?
Yes, that's what I thought was so funny about it.
How's that? And he's a very smart man.
So let's roll back just a second. Okay, we renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Now Vivek says if he's governor, he wants to rename Lake Erie Lake Ohio.
Just don't know how that's going to go. I really don't. And
so Lake Erie touches Pennsylvania, New York, Michigan, Canada.
Yeah, multiple states. So I guess, are we just all out here renaming things whenever we feel like it? Because if that's the case, it's now going to be the Emily and Kirsch show. So,
all right, I don't care. That's fine.
I'm just saying.
Let's rename the Scioto. Let's rename it the Kirsch and Emily River.
My gosh. Let's do it.
How do we get that done?
Started? We're legends here, you know.
My question is this, like, what's the point? Like, I don't understand.
No one's going to call it that.
I'm not going political here, but what was the point of renaming it the Gulf of America? What would be the point of renaming Lake Erie Lake Ohio? I mean, honestly, let's be real.
It's just confusing because when you go to the other states, they're going to call it Lake Erie. And I don't think that's going to go well when you're learning about things in school, right? Like, like geography and stuff. I mean, where things are, I don't know. Let's rename something else.
Canada has the most coastline on Lake Erie. So if anybody should be able to rename it, it's probably Canada.
There's more important things to do.
Yeah. So I just wanted your honest reaction to that. Vivek says he's floating around the idea of if he becomes governor, trying to rename it Lake Ohio.
I get we all love Ohio, but like, really? Really?
Why? Oh, okay. So anyhow, figured we'd share that with you. So I don't know if you've noticed this, Emily, over the past week or so, no matter what the temperature is, it kind of feels uncomfortable.
That's actually very accurate. That's a great way to describe it.
It's too cool to be warm. It's too warm to be cool. What
do you do?
It's just been this weird temperature where it's like I can't find the right thing to wear or anything else. This weekend's going to be that way, so just be prepared for it.
Yes, and what are you into this weekend? Anything fun?
You know what? The norm, soccer, doing some errands and things like that. I'm excited because I'm back to work Monday, but then taking the rest of next week off. My girls are on spring break, and we're just going to, take some time and enjoy it as a family and relax for a change.
I'm happy for you. You deserve it. You deserve all the relaxing.
You going to the Explode the Santa Claus thing this weekend? What did you say it is?
It's Burn the Snowman Party. It's a bonfire, and it's to welcome the spring equinox. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 97% sure it might be some kind of ritual, but I guess I'll find out when I get there.
All right, can't wait to see the pictures from the Did I say Explode?
Yes.
The Santa Claus. I forgot what it was called.
Little harsh, Kirsch. Anyways, what's going on around hurrrr?
Around hurrrr this weekend, we got the Aladdin Shrine Circus at the Celeste Center this weekend. It's been up and running for a bit. It runs through Sunday. Jerry Seinfeld and Jim Gaffigan together at Nationwide Arena tonight.
My husband's so sad we're not going.
It's going to be such a good show. And you mentioned this earlier, both of them, Jerry Seinfeld and Jim Gaffigan, both clean comics.
I knew Gaffigan was because I've seen him live. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I just always assumed Seinfeld was not for some reason. But he is, apparently. Yeah, I learned something new.
Totally is. The Crew take on New York City FC tomorrow at Lower.com Field. And then on Sunday, if you want to head over to Nationwide Arena, they will have the volleyball court out for the Columbus Fury as they take on the Atlanta Vibe. It's Columbus's professional women's volleyball team. That match is at 1 o'clock at Nationwide. If you haven't been to one of those, they're so much fun. Every seat in Nationwide is good. They don't have the upper bowl open. It's all lower bowl, so you can't go wrong.
I can't wait to experience my first Fury match one day with you coming up.
Let's go Sunday.
Can't Sunday.
Yeah, you always say you can't.
No.
You have to manifest it, Emily. Come on. Manifest it.
That's not how manifesting works,
Luke
Kirsch.
Bryan would want you to.